Meanwhile,
Why, hello there, my fellow brothers, sisters, gamers, and anime lovers. Buster here again, and we're back with another horror game. Well, I'm living with scaring myself half to goodness. But still, I think this is the last, or it's gonna be they're gonna go for night 6, or nightmare mode. I don't remember much of the modes here at the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, especially the new ones, because we know 20 mode, 1020 mode from 2, 420 from 1, and nightmare mode from 3rd. 4th, I barely know anything about this. I know some a part of the lore, and I'm gonna question that. Someone told me that they're gonna be playing every FNAF game, so there's a chance that we're gonna be seeing FNAF Security Breach. So, and with the new addition, with the DLC, Security Breach Ruin, FNAF Ruin, we'll see what happens next. But I am waiting for the reaction from Donnie, because he's the one who always get shell shocked or flabbergasted with the lore, and Joe, being the typical horror lore nerd that he is, he's got a lot to talk about. And last time we checked, Donnie was shook. So let's see if they can finish this one. We just saw the bite of 87. Let's see what happens here.
It's showtime, boys. Are we ready for night 6?
As ready as I'll ever be. How about you, Don? Don?
What? Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay then. I'll take the lead for now and see where we can go.
Routine as usual, Barack. Don't let the fact that it's night 6...
That was fast! A few seconds and they're already a small...
For the first 4 hours, you have the regular animatronics, and for the last 2 hours, you have to deal with Fredbear.
Not
Thanks
even
for
a
the
few
heads up.
seconds, and they're already gathering up.
The hardest part will definitely be the first 4 hours. After that, it's pretty much a repeat of night 5.
I barely heard that. If that were me,
Hey,
I would have been
Don, do you
toast.
think Barack has what it takes to beat this night?
Huh? Oh.
Foxy's in.
I don't know.
Was just wanting your opinion on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, he didn't cool down a bit.
Turtles are piling up as quick as ever.
That's
It's hard
fast!
to keep track of them.
They don't give you much leeway for tonight. It'll definitely be close, but great if you could pull it off.
I'll try my best. I can't promise
There's
anything.
he's a plushie.
Just stay
The
focused on the
doors.
sounds. Frettles are louder when they pile up.
My light's flashing. I think I hear him breathing. I just don't know. Ah! What? I heard him walk away.
Good try. Sometimes they don't go away immediately. I usually open the door when I hear the third footstep of them walking away.
That's just a pain. I was doing well too.
Happens to the best of us. I'll get my turn out of the way.
Night 6 is insane and a whole lot different from night 1 to 5. That was annoying. The small Fredbears are quick to gather. Foxy takes time to get him back to plushie, and then I could barely register the sound. I could barely hear the breathing. Oh, Scott Cotton, you really are a sadist when it comes to torturing us with jump scares that will really... I was not... I hate jump scare the most. The horror setting is bad enough, but when they just leap out of you, it's like... my friend plays Dead Space, and I was being asked to play it with him. Regardless if I have a buddy with me, if one necromorph just jump out of the vent when I least expect it, this is what I'd be like. That's just how I am poor when it comes to horror games. It's not my cup of tea. I'm more of a FPS guy and RTS. Horror is the last thing I've ever want to play. If you guys even dare to make me play this game, I will just... Well, let's see if it's possible. Get me to... if 1,000 of you ask for me to play a horror game, I will do it. If 1,000 people, I'm gonna put up a vote for me to play. And if 1,000 was able to vote yes, I will play FNAF 1, and that's about. And we'll see what happens from there. Let's see what happens here.
Let's hope that we don't have a repeat of FNAF 2, right, Don? Don?
What's wrong with Donnie?
Oh, yeah.
He's despondent. He's quiet.
All right, I'm done with this facade. What the hell is going on, Donald? Why are you moping around?
Stay out of my business, Obama.
No, you can't just waltz in here and act like a toddler. Grow the hell up.
I said stay out of my damn business, you donkey.
And what if I don't?
Then I'll knock your teeth down your fucking throat. How about that?
Guys, keep it civil.
Then do it. Prove me right that you're the problem. You already proved you don't have any common decency to respect a literal toddler.
It's not that.
Then why do you hate a child that didn't even do anything to you?
It shows overall hatred.
Shut the hell up so I can explain.
Okay, then, go ahead and explain.
I can't wait to see you tools mock this in press interviews.
Just say it.
He reminds me of myself.
What?
You heard right. He reminds me of me.
How? You hate him. Why would you make that comparison?
When I was young, very young, my father taught me the hard fact that there were two types of people in this world: killers and losers.
I think I remember seeing that in your autobiography.
We had a very businesslike relationship, no real emotion at all.
This is getting deep.
As a small boy, I was emotionally neglected. As an adolescent, I was emotionally abused, made out to be a weakling by his own father.
Sorry about that, Don. I didn't expect to hear any of this when I pressed you about it.
It's life. Kids were raised like that. They were raised to be big, strong men.
Now I feel bad for Donnie.
Emotions didn't matter. If I cried, I was weak. If I struggled, I was weak. If I didn't do anything else but win, I was a loser.
And that's a problem we're still trying to fix nowadays. Men's mental health is seriously important.
You know, people say that my father's instincts still show as an
Good thing
old
he
man.
didn't.
It's hard not to after getting shipped off to military school at such a young age. That ruthlessness. Sheer cold ruthlessness that he always wanted me to have, even if I didn't want it. I guess seeing that child cry so much was nostalgia from a life I never lived. Like I was my father, my own kin, disciplining me.
Isn't that weird that you remembered all of that from a Flash game? And she's right there, but it amazes me how even the smallest games can cause such a big connection.
Yeah, I guess it is weird. I haven't thought about that side of life for years. Decades even.
Donald, what do you define as success?
What do you mean?
Where does your purpose lie in all of your work? Is it to outwork what your father has done and feel superior? Or to prove to yourself that you weren't the weakling you were afraid of being?
Being honest, I don't know. I really don't know.
One more thing, Donald.
What?
What do you think takes the most strength to do?
For what?
Anything. Could be anything under the sun.
Managing businesses, a lot of businesses like I do, take strength.
That it does, but I think something takes more strength than that.
And what may that be?
Being weak.
Come again?
You heard me? Being weak.
How does that even make sense?
Think about it. As men, we've been told our whole lives to never be weak or vulnerable. And when we have, we trust in the wrong people that just end up hurting us. So it's almost impossible to open up to anyone.
Case-to-case basis.
What's your point?
Any man can lift a big weight and say how strong he is. But when a man can't lift his heart and admits he needs help,
I
that's
heard
real
that.
strength. The strength to be weak.
Asking for help.
That's, yeah.
We're getting philosophical here, and I'm jumping in along with it. It's not about being weak. It's about knowing when you know you can't do it by yourself. It's not literally weakness, per se. It's not the word. Knowing that you can't do it alone, asking for some help, because there are things in this world that struggles that we have to live with, we have to move on. It's painful, it's hard, it's something that tests our character. I just want to jump in with this because they brought up good point factors in just a simple game about men being strong and weak. It's true that men should be projecting their strength, that we should be we're gonna be one day We'll be the father of our own household. We'll be the man of the house. And there will come times that we will do things that will test our mettle in more ways than one. Asking for help is not a weakness or never should be considered one, but we must always stand firm and strong when it comes down to simple decency and common values that we our own. It's not the same for everyone. That's what I'm gonna say, because we have different set of beliefs, we have different set of values, we have different sets of experience. We are free to follow our own path in our own way. We cannot force each other down another person's path. But it's not technically weakness to ask for some help. What you're trying to say is humility. If Donnie needs humility to ask for some help, that is a character development we're trying to look at. And judging by how this series progress, I think it's gonna be like that. This is one of the best AI president videos series I watch, and if you don't know, I also react to Crucial's president series, going to the multiverse universe, saving the galaxy and whatnot. And the character development and the bonds that they form there in the storytelling is impeccable and gratifying and enjoyable. There are times that you're gonna cringe, but there are times you're just gonna smile and laugh. These AI videos really bring out more entertainment than what we're getting in TV, streaming, and anything that Hollywood or whatever they call themselves anymore brought out. And if they're striking because they deserve a bigger paycheck, that's up to them. If you don't want to work, don't eat. If you don't, that's the principle taught to me. If a man thou shall not work, he shall not eat, and don't expect a hand-me-down. Life is not a charity. Life is about work and the hard work we put into it. We got a little philosophical there. At least you gotta know a little bit about me. And if you're wondering what was the weakness that I had to struggle in my life, it's not considered weakness. It's just a down point in my life. My brother recently perished, and I had to get over it. I suffered, and it was during my college days when he passed, and it degraded my grades. At least I minimized it to just one subject I needed to repeat. There's nothing wrong with failing like that. We're all human. We have all our own problems. And to anyone out there, if you're going through hard times, tough it out and ask for your family for some help. In my country, family sticks together through thick and thin. A little your public service announcement from your fellow neighborhood buster. Sorry if I took a little bit more time in the video. It's already 10 minutes and we're just 6 here.
Yeah, that's something, all right.
You've built a legacy that'll last forever, and you've completely outgrown the fears that were lurking in the corners of your mind. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You're the world's best security guard after all.
Yeah, I am the world's best security guard. I'm glad respect was put on my name for once. No need to fear. The world's best security guard is here.
That's more like it. Now sit back and watch Joe complete the game.
If you guys didn't notice, we switched over to Nightmare Fredbear.
Shut the
As you can
door.
see, this means we're nearing the end of the night.
The hardest part seems to be the first 4 hours. This seems pretty easy since you don't have to listen for breathing.
That mouth of his might need more than a Mento.
I wonder what those teeth actually smell like.
Either piss, blood, or semen. And knowing DeviantArt, it's probably all three.
I'm still left wondering how this all fits into place.
Don't go to
Trick question,
DeviantArt.
It doesn't fit into place.
Every time I hear that laugh, it always sends a chill down my spine.
Uh-oh.
Also, things will make sense soon.
He's not there. Where is he?
You're damn good at giving empty promises.
Community Notes on Twitter is taking a massive dump on almost half of your tweets.
Well, that's because my social media interns don't know history that wasn't taught on TikTok.
Are they really that bad?
I don't know who on my administration appointed them, but I wouldn't doubt if they couldn't even understand something as simple as this.
And they say spanking is child abuse.
What does that have to do with anything?
Come on, Obama. You're telling me some hardcore discipline?
Behind you,
set people
behind you!
Like that to becoming better?
I doubt spanking grown adults is
This
going
is
to result in any
confusing me.
change.
I can't
Well, I
tell.
wasn't talking about adults, but that works too. There just needs to be
He
discipline.
just goes back and forth between
it's
the
called jail.
doors.
You should be very familiar with that.
Ladies, calm down. We don't want Donald to go back to his emo phase.
I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Oh, it's already done.
What the hell? Why was that so easy?
That was incredibly anticlimactic.
Wow.
I mean, it was me who did all the work, but I will agree that was a lot easier than I anticipated.
So does that mean we're finally done?
The first 4
Just wait.
hours was a nightmare.
What the hell is happening now?
What's going on?
Just sit and watch.
Can you hear me?
Where are we?
Like I said, just watch.
I don't know if you can hear me. I'm
This is
sorry.
sad.
You're broken. We are still your friends.
They're all disappearing.
Do you still believe that?
This is sad.
I'm still here. I will put you back together. A flat line.
Damn.
Life is often taken for granted more than we even know.
Yes.
In the blink of an eye, everything can change.
Yes.
Yeah, truly everything.
That upsets me. A life lived without peace. Horrible to think that it's a true reality for some.
How do you think I feel?
So what does this all mean, Joe? So much happened that I need a recap.
So let's separate the gameplay with the mini games. The mini games all took place during the year 1983, as shown on the TV. This means that this specific incident was the bite of 83, not the bite of 87.
How many damn bites does this place have? This whole establishment should get the Tsar bomb treatment.
Now, if you could
Zarbon? What?
occurred, the crying child indeed passed away due to injuries.
Such a sad story, man.
Now, regarding the actual gameplay, there's multiple theories regarding it. One prominent theory is that you play as the crying child himself, and every night you're stuck in a nightmare. That's why the time when you hit 6 a.m. is actually an alarm clock, and not the traditional church bells we're used to.
That's
hear.
one theory.
Obama, you were right about no peace.
The more popular theory is that you play as the older brother of the crying child. This is supported by the fact that before the crying child dies, the text that says, "I'm sorry," is different from when the Fredbear plushie talks. This implies that this was the older brother talking to the child on his deathbed, and he has nightmares about being his little brother scared of these animatronics.
Itachi himself would be impressed.
Wow, so that's why the animatronics were in the house.
And why the house layout is different than the one in the mini games.
Puzzle pieces all starting to fit in.
Can't wait for the Jenga tower to crash and burn once we get to the 5th game.
We still have extra things to do for this game. Not only do I want you guys to see something special about
Oh,
Night
no.
7, but there's also DLC that we can play with this game.
Are you serious?
We also have to fit this into the whole story too, Don.
Oh no.
The crying child did not die for this.
More videos. We're gonna be stuck here for a little bit longer. I think this will reach up to... What part are we in? Part 7. And we're gonna be reaching part 10 if this goes on. Oh, I'm sorry for the intro. I did not even say it. This is US Presidents Play Five Nights at Freddy's 4, FNAF 4, Part 7. I'm a goober. I'm a moron. I'm a dingus. I'm a... Why did I forget my intro? Because I've been gone for 6 to 7 days and I'm trying to relax and take a break. I've been getting headaches because I've been staying up late doing these editings and renderings and recording at the same time. It is a doozy. But for now, this is going to be in the Buster archives. Go to the main channel once the series have been put into completion, and the segments will be there at the will be here at the archives. Go to the main channel when it's all said and done for the if you want to have the whole binge watch of me watching this nightmare of a freaking game. Every video I think I get at least one jump scare up my face, and I hate that. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. Buster here finally signing out.